Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to Japan Study Center. Today we are going to see the chapter of geography and what is our topic today? The Sangam Age, there are Sangam Age referred to that is a period in the earlier in the history of South India when to large number of the poem in a Tamil were composed by the number of author. The term is a Sangam is referred to on the assembly to the meeting together of Tamil poem. Traditionally, the three Sangam are assemblies that are believed to has been to the convent one after the other. All the three is a Sangams took place at a different place under the patronage of the Pandya kings of their Madurai. Poem within the Sangam literatures were composed on two border themes of love and the war. There is a most important theme here, love and the war. It was later put up together in the eighth collection is called to Etho Gai, and this is a literature is believed to has been to the composed between 300 BC and 300 AD. That is the most important time here. A remarkable feature of the Sangam literature is a very vivid is a portrayals of the contemporarily is the society and culture of Tamil Aham. Our Tamil religious and it is a peacefully and harmonious is an interaction with the northern Aryan culture. There is the most important here. Tamil Alam is the stretch is between to the hill of the Tirupati and the tip of the Kanyakumari. It was divided amongst a large number of chieftains and their chiefs as was the hereditary. There is the important chieftains who is dominated Tamil religious during to the Sangam as where the Chols with there is a capital of Udaygir and there is a chairs was the capital of Vaniji and near of Karur and there is a Pandyas with their capital of Madurai and there is a Chol is a Pandya and chairs as a serval subordinate chiefs and tribute from to subordinate chiefs along with the plunder were the main source of revenue and there was a frequent conflict between to the Chelas and the Pandyas. It is a give a large scope to the Sangam poet to the compose poem on a war. The whole Tamil Halams is there the period was divided into five tenancies or eco-zone and the zone based on their economical resource and this were to the Kuranjini hill of religious and Palis, Arise zones and Mulais as a pastoral tract and the Rudham and the wasteland is the metal of sea quarters and this zone is where not be clearly demarcated and there is a scattered all around the religions. Because of their different geographically context and ecological specialties of people in different stanzas and there is urban mood of the substance. For example, is a Kuranzis, it was the hunting and gathering in a palai. Whereas the peoples could not be produce anything, they took to the rearing and the plunderings. And the Malays, the people practice is the animal husbandry in the Marudham. It was the plot to the agriculture and Natals is people took to the fishing and salt making. Third, the concept of the Varn was the now is a social class in the Sangam period where not a market by the higher or lower ranking as the North India. For example, Brahman were present in society and they perform a Vedic ceremonies and there is a sacrifice and there is also act of the advisor to their chief but they enjoyed no special privileges and people were to now on the basis of their occupation by fluid such as the artisan, salt, merchant, textile merchant, etc. And the rich live in the well decorated brick and house and the war is a coastal cloth and whereas the poor live in the mud huts and there is a scattering cloth to the wear. That is the most important for this time on condition on the people. The war heroes occupy a special position in a society. There is the most important. The war heroes occupy the special position on the society. On the memorial stones called Nadukal or Birku, Kal is where to arise in the honor of those who is a die in a fighting. And there is a war shipped in the godlings And the woman in the Sangam period is appeared to has been to the educated. There is the most important for a Sangam period. The woman is educated, and this is a testified by the many poem contributed by the woman poet and to be Sangam literature. There is the most important woman poets to the Sangam literature, and women are also described as engaged in a various economics activities such as a paddy plantation, cattle, raidings, basket making, spinning. There is sector is the most important activity he is doing for the woman. That is the most important. However, there is a curious practice of the sati was also prevalent in a Tamil society. There is a bad thought for the word bad society. There, sati. Sati is the was the preventive of Tamil society, and it was now to the Tipale Dal, and but it is the not obligated, there is a reference to the with thus present in society. However, there is a position was the miserable as they were promoted to be decorate himself to the participate in any form of amusement. There is the most important, but there is a bad custom. The people were is engaged in the various economical activities such as agriculture, craft, and trade. The paddy was the most important crops, and it is formed by the main part of peoples is a diet, and they are also served to the medium of the better exchange for the inland trade. Sanda Tamil is a religious ghost not have a perennial rivers. The chief wherever is possible to the encourage of the agriculture activity by the making tanks and dam. The Chose King is a curricles of the Sangam Age is created with the constructing a dam on the river Kaveri. It is the most important here. It is considered to be there is the earliest dam in the country. Among their craft, their most important was the spinning of weaving of textile and cotton as well as the silk. The salt manufacture was another important activity on this period. The most important feature of the Sangam economics was a flourishing trade with the Roman world. It is confirmed by the recovery of a large number of Roman gold coin in South India. The discovery of the monsoon and the use of direct sea routes between to the India coast and the western world, as the mentioned earlier, was the main reason for the growth of this trade. It led to rise of important town and craft centers in the Tamil regions, and when G is identified with the present day of Karur in a Tamil Nadu, was the capital of the Cheras and also an important center of trade and craft. Mazaris is their Keranago on the southwest coast and was the foremost port of the Cheras, and we are told that is the Roman ships laden with the gold used to the come here to take a back large amount of papers and Madurai, their capital of Pandyas, in described in the Sangam is a poem as a large city. Then close by the wall, and it was the important center of fine textile and various working. Ghori in the Tiruvennalur of district of Tamil Nadu was an important Pandya port. It was famous for the Pevalas and the Years and Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu. The capital of the Chose was a grand city with the magnificent of buildings, and Kaveri Pattalams or Pohar was the main Chol port. There is the most important here, Kaveri Pattalams, and the port was the Chol port, and the Sangam poem referred to the voice of market guarded by the soldier. In the field of religious is a Sangam period witnessed as a close and peacefully interaction between the North India and South India tradition. The Brahmins who is a performing religious ceremonies is a popularized the worship of Indra, Vishnu, Shiva, etc. in South India. And there are also references to the presence of Buddhist and Jainism of Tamil regions. And local people are particularly those of the hill worship is a dialect called to the Murugan, and which is the northern India's come to identify the Kartike or war god. There is the most important for this time our local people are Murugan. Murugan is the most important god which is the northern India and identify with the Kartike is a war god. In the short, the Sangha literature throws its poem on the love and emotion. There is a love and emotion and the welfare of social behavior poems. On the walls present is a picture of political, confessed and social inequality and economical poverty of the earlier Tamil regions and during to the 300 BC to 300 AD. There is a most important time for this Sangam is a as